Biddly, 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 bo. Yes, yes, yo. Here we go. There ain't nobody down round here. You know what time it is. Get that badger in and on and over here. We had to move back to get his greatness in. I can confirm we got 545 likes on the live show from the other day, which is a record. So I asked if we could get anywhere near it. We did not achieve 545, but we did get to 422, 421 likes the last time I looked, which is absolutely wild. Does really help the videos, man, guys, boys, girls, whoever, whatever, whichever, whenever you want, which is a madness to me. So thank you all, honestly. So do keep liking and subscribing. It does really help the channel. It helps us grow and it gets us out of this cesspit, doesn't it? Gets the YouTube that side's away from us. Quick shit vid, got a bit to talk about. Farke looked absolutely furious. Obviously, I didn't message Joseph or anybody. I mentioned Joseph yesterday on the quick shit vid about the fact that he's unwilling to play, and the fact that I found it quite comical, the whole scenario. 21-year-old that's got less than a handful of goals in the Championship and in a transfer request at a newly promoted side. I find rather comical. Turns out Farke doesn't, so he looked pretty well. He looked more than pretty pissed off. He looked pretty livid. I think because for some reason I think Farke comes across sometimes like he's soft, or people think he's soft, and to me he always looks like a bit of an hard nut with it. I think he's really strict and strong. He was not happy with him, and he basically called him out quite significantly, really, saying, he just don't fancy it. I can't force him. He said, I can't make the police drag him to the training ground. I can't force him to come and train. So it's a crazy scenario. There was some leaked footage of Farke actually on the during the game, the 260 minutes games yesterday. Or was it yesterday? I can't remember. Possibly the day before. My mind's a blur. I think it was yesterday. I don't know. Regardless, the 4-1 win, there was some footage come out about him, and it dawned on me really how important it is to do it behind closed doors and how much I am actually up for it. He's really talking through. It's like a training session. It's just a little bit more serious in it. If you're playing against the second team or the under-21s or whatever, he can get on there and he can communicate, but you're not seeing anything new. You're up against, if you're playing against, your fellow teammates, you know exactly what you're in for, don't you? I don't think the opposition were particularly mind-blowing the other day, but I just mean in terms of, they're totally random players, aren't they? So you come up with problems and you have to solve it. And there's just a bit where he brings Harrison over and he's having a proper word with him. I think that he's mentioning about being narrow and stuff, and that they have to be there. This is the different phase of play and stuff. It's just interesting to get behind see through the other end of the needle a little bit and see what medicine's coming in the other way. Because, everybody, there's a general online consensus into that Farke is a bit tactically inept and all this stuff. And, he seemed to be extremely involved in every single moment of the game the other day, which obviously would be. I just mean he can get his points across a lot more. I've seen a lot of people going around on Twitter as well doing their starting lineups and suggesting that Longstaff isn't going to be starting games. And I'm sure, as far as I'm concerned, that he absolutely starts. He played 81 minutes yesterday, if it was yesterday. Gruev played a massive portion of the game as well, because he did sort of change pretty much two completely different sides for the both 60 minutes. But Gruev and Longstaff seem to play on. Gruev played quite a large portion as well against Man United, didn't he? But the headline, this is what I mean, this is how crazy the world is. But, the headline, which is going to be my headline, is Longstaff, or something like Farke says Longstaff found it tough. Farke said it was tough. He's had coming from the Man United game, he's travelled over, had the Man United game, then we're straight into this game against these shits that we beat 4-1. He said he's had a couple of heavy days, but it's important for him to get the minutes in. So he said he's had a tough few days in terms of minutes played, but it's important for him to get the minutes in. That's literally the opposite of suggesting that it's tough for him to put the minutes in. It's like he can't cut the pace or something. This is exactly what I'm saying about Longstaff. It's not even in doubt, the fact that he can cut it and put the minutes in and is up to speed. There's no doubt about it. He might need to get some minutes in terms of actual playing minutes, but his fitness and his awareness of what it's like in the Premier League cannot be questioned. Staffer looks like a mint signing, big, massive dude. But But, you know, there is a transition for him to have, and I don't believe there is for Longstaff. Stash may very well be a better player than Longstaff. I don't know. But my point being, you know, Longstaff comes straight into the side as a Premier League player. There's no transfer over. There's no need to switch it up. I'm going in and out of believing that this Manny Pacquiao, Igor Manny Pacquiao, the undisputed champion or whatever he is, whether or not we can get him or not. Sometimes I'm on Twitter thinking he's 100% signing, then I'm thinking there's absolutely no chance he's signing. Marseille couldn't get the job done. They couldn't pony up the door. They couldn't get it put through. So it's over to Wars. A lot of people saying it's over to Leeds now to go get it sorted. But yeah, I keep thinking he's either here or he's not. It'd be an extremely exciting signing, wouldn't it? I know we all know this, but I do believe that we have the basis now of a strong side to then progress forward and get players like this in the door that can really go and express themselves and have, well, shitloads of fun and be enjoyable for us to watch, because you've got players like Stack, Ampadu, Tanaka, Longstaff that facilitate sort of top wingers that can then just go out and express themselves, which I'm hoping James can, Nonto can. Ramazani looked good again the other day. So, yeah, I'm hoping there's plenty going forward. Obviously, Joseph's looking for a way out. Bamford's been told he's not playing, so I would imagine we are in for another striker, which brings me on to Muniz. Muniz obviously still been spoke about from Fulham, but we were reportedly in for the Inter Milan forward, Mehdi Tarami. He is 33, but he's well experienced. He was at Porto, where he got plenty of goals. He apparently wants Premier League experience. He's an Iranian international. He's got loads of goals at international level as well. It has slightly dried up the goals in the past couple of years. They were at Porto, and then he came to Inter Milan. And I know Inter Milan are a very good side, but I think the general consensus over in Milan is that he's been a bit of a flop. But ultimately, you know, he gets signed for Inter Milan. He's got plenty of goals everywhere he's been, apart from the past couple of years, his final year in Porto, and then this year in Inter Milan. So, but again, you know, it's just good that we're sort of in and looking at these types of players. You know, the fact that it would be seen as a bit of a scoop, regardless of his goal scoring record this year. Obviously, there's a lot of competition at Inter Milan. They are a good side. But yeah, he wants Premier League experience. Again, 33 years old, bit of an older head. But, you know, if we are looking at Parisli, Nemecha looks like he's got a bit about him. You know, do you think he'd have said that to Bamford had he known that Joseph wasn't coming back into training, on a side note? And that's an interesting one. And then Manor Solomon is apparently back on the cards as well. So whether or not we've actually got in touch with them or anything, it's just obviously as Thomas Frank gets more of an idea who they're bringing in, which they look to be signing some wingers, and you know he's probably thinking he's getting pushed further down pecking order. That might be something that can come back up. Would you rather have? There's a lot of people doing. Would you rather have Manny Pacquiao or Manor Solomon? And I'll refrain from saying, but I think I want the exciting Pacquiao in, to be honest. I won't refrain from saying, because if something comes up, it must come out. But if we got Solomon back, I'd be more than up for that. I think if we get Solomon back or Pacquiao in, I think Harrison probably gets pushed out. But Harrison played plenty of minutes again the other day, so we shall see. But keep liking, keep subscribing. You know, I appreciate every which one here. There'll be a shit vid tomorrow, and then I'll be live about 8. If you plan for 8, I'll definitely be on by 8:30, but plan for 8 because I'm aiming for 8. Peace out, everybody. Much love in a bit.
Boom.